lucky me.
So for the last topic of the day, man, Wukong, bro.
Dude.
The black myth. What is it? Black
Stunning.
Myth Wukong. Yeah. They just showed like a gameplay trailer on the official Unreal Engine 5. We already know that Unreal Engine 5 is like wicked nice.
Totally.
And this one was shown on the 19th, the day that the state of play was supposed to pop in.
So we got
but
this
came
instead.
out.
So
Yeah,
that
we
was a
got this instead.
nice surprise.
Yeah, and man, it just looked phenomenal. Like it looked good. I mean, all of the other stuff that we've seen from Wukong, it just looked really good already, and this just showed us even more. It looked awesome. You know, the battles. The whole time while I was watching it, and I don't know about you, but like the whole time while I was watching it, I just got like Dark Soul, like types of chills. You know what I mean? Like every boss fight, it just felt like it was from Dark Souls.
The moment that freaking monkey pulled that sword out, I was like, "That's a Dark Souls boss,
blade.
dude."
Yeah,
that's exactly what freaking FromSoft would do.
Right.
Like if you think about like Sekiro and stuff, like and the moves he was doing, I felt like those are the kind of moves FromSoft would use on their bosses.
And I don't know about you, but like some of the enemies that you encountered on the maps or whatever, they looked like weird ass like amalgamations of like two different things coming together.
They were
like
doing a lot of that.
Some type of a horror type of creature or something like that, you know?
Yeah, sometimes I wonder how much of that is like Chinese culture for that they know that we just don't know.
Yeah.
Even the bosses, right? Like I'm thinking to myself, I look at those, I'm like, dude, that's really sick, but maybe that monkey's like a familiar folklore hero from China. You know how we have like our superheroes that they just wouldn't have any clue about?
Right.
Because that's what the Monkey King is. It's a very popular superhero in China.
Right.
So maybe some of these bosses this is like the game China's been waiting for, right? You get to finally play against all these like, mythological creatures. Like when we think mythology, we think like, Zeus, and we just know what they are.
Right.
But when we see these guys, we're like, what is that? Maybe that's some guy that all these people in China know.
Right.
And like they can't wait to play that headless monk. Like we just don't know what that is.
Yeah,
but
the
know.
one playing the guitar?
Yeah, dude, that
what
was
is up
like
with
trip.
that?
The enemies just looked incredibly well designed.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, like I really liked the dragon, but that bear
looked dope.
Sick.
The bear looked dope. We didn't get
his
to see
hair
much
like
from
flushed
the bear,
and moved. I was like, that we didn't see much, but when I saw it, I was like,
yeah, I was
that
like,
is sick,
nice.
dude.
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching the dragon fight and just like all the fights in general, for one, I thought that either I felt like that either the video was made to showcase some of the bosses' moves and how they're encountered, rather than showing a fight. You know what I mean? Because it just seemed like the person playing it was ass, or they weren't aggressive enough, because they let too many attacks and things like that go, and there was a lot of waiting when they could have had opening moves like to go in and fight, but they weren't. So they weren't pressing the battle. So I felt like either they sucked at it, or it was literally just to, okay, I'm going to attack it a couple times. It'll do this and do that. So you guys see like how the bosses react. You know what I mean? See how things happen with the dragon, see the bear, you see the monkey, you know what I mean? And just show some of these like epic, boss battles or whatever. I felt like the dragon one was like super epic.
Dude,
like,
when
you fly over there as that bat, and then you land on that big ice field, and there's just a dragon waiting. I was like, "Oh shit, you gonna fight that?"
Dude, here's
and
the question, man.
Show us that.
Is this open world? Because when you were flying, it felt like kind of open, and like you came out of the canyon and it was just like open.
Yeah.
But it makes me wonder how will that work in the game?
Could have been a video or something.
That's what I was wondering, if it was just a cutscene.
Because it was following that man-faced
bird, that creepy looking surreal, right? Like that thing is bizarre.
Chest, a bird chest,
but it's like, because when I was flying, I was like, imagine flying in the world, and all of a sudden you see that in the distance. You're like, oh snap!
Yeah,
that's a dragon, dude.
I'm not ready for
and
this.
it looks so dope. It was that traditional Chinese dragon.
Yeah,
I love the way it looked, and I was like, that's sick. And you went and fought it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was weird. Like you were saying, like the hitboxing and like the angling.
Yeah, it kind of looked like
It's like, how do you fight this?
Like some of the hits or whatever, it was kind of like, dude, that dragon didn't look that close to get hit in the face with this.
Yes, it was hard to tell the angling and how that worked.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if like some of the moves you're doing, you're extending your rod when you're hitting. I thought that was super dope how they were utilizing the growing ability of the pole to be able to hit it in the ground and dodge like the ground effects.
Yeah, like, oh, I get off the ground real quick. Yeah,
he's just standing there while all the lightning is.
You know when that happens in the
stuff?
game, right? Like, oh, dude, I don't have anywhere to go. Like, it's cool. Like, you have somewhere to go.
Yeah,
I'll just balance
right,
on
you're
my
not
beam.
stuck, or you don't have to
totally
like
cool.
double jump and time it.
Yeah,
Like, you can just hit the
exactly.
pole and just be on the pole. And
You're
look
just
for the
like
best
chilling,
hit.
and because like lightning striking, but you're a pole, so you're probably not gonna get hit either.
Right.
Like if you're gonna take that risk.
And then it was almost like an awesome charge up or something when he flung the pole up, swung around, and bashed it over the head and totally knocked it out. You know, so that he could get in a couple more hits on it.
Totally.
And stuff. And it was like, damn, okay, is that like a charge up ability, or was that just like a reaction thing that you could do to just do a swing?
I think it's like part of the ability. I think like when you grow it, then you can press another button and he slams it.
Yeah,
I think it's probably like just ability. But it's cool how you can just sit there. Right. Most games don't let you like do something like that. Like you just chill on top of this thing. You know, it's like,
and
that's
you
so
could
cool.
also use that to just like, I would imagine that you could use that just to check out the landscape.
Yeah.
Like if there's things to find in there, you could literally just get into a central point of the map, raise up, and just look around and be like, oh, I want to go over there and find that chest or something like that. You know,
dude. So
item over there. Between
all these trailers we've seen, how many bosses have we seen? There's got to be like a couple dozen.
We saw quite a few.
We've seen a lot, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of bosses.
Yeah.
What is this game? Is this like a boss rush mode? Like, there's a lot of bosses, bro.
I mean,
what is this?
I'm not sure, man, but whatever it is, I'm loving it.
It's so cool, man. They're doing something special over there, man. Like,
yeah.
You know, with these Chinese developers, like I've said before, you know, having, you know, allegiance to Chinese Communist parties annoying. So I hope that they don't get their fingers in this game, because I want this game to be as dope as they want it to be. I know they do, and that's what makes me so
they got their hands
conflicted.
on any and everything coming from.
I know that's what gets me conflicted. But God, it looks good. It looks so good, man.
It does, man. I was liking how you know, you were fighting that monkey. They were fighting that monkey in the beginning, and he was doing like the ground slashes, and you could see the snow split, and it stayed there. Like,
dude, even when they were fighting, you saw the whole arena was slowly getting changed by the snow.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
it stayed that way. Rumpled up and stuff like that because of all the footsteps and all the slashes and everything. Yeah, it was changing. I haven't really seen that before on the field, where it just changes the way the field looks because you're sitting there battling on something.
And it stayed that way. It's not like it eventually filled back up again, right? Like, it's like the ram held it in place, you know?
Yeah.
And like back to your other point with like the guy being bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that too, because it didn't seem hard. Like it seemed like he was getting hit, but like it didn't take much off his health.
Yeah. Or
he would like charge it back up. I'm like, it didn't seem punishing enough.
When he did the fire circle and then freaking drank the health potion, and I was like, what? You're just giving time? Like you can create a fire barrier, and it was against a monkey.
From doesn't do that.
Rightfully, you know, the monkey would, you know, be afraid of the fire or whatever.
You have to like bait an attack and then drink.
Right.
Like in From Software, you know, like you're running around bait an attack and then you drink
really far away
and then like drink really quick, give you something time, you know. This just like I'll just hit this and
he was all
up.
mad, chill, and nonchalant about it. Like he struck the fire and then pulled out his bottle, drank it, and you know, corked it back, and then it was ready to go.
It's like there's lots of things here. Like I'm watching the dragon fight again. There's lots of things going on, like sparking, and he's whipping his tail.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem like it's doing enough hurt to him.
I felt like the AoE on the lightning and stuff like that wasn't that powerful.
Like you would just barely dodge and you like miss him. It's like that should be like sparking. That should be like hard to dodge.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting too that sometimes he was doing regular dodges, and then other times he would do that echo dodge, where it would be like the body would be left in a slowly fading position.
Yeah, I think that's like a perfect dodge. I'm thinking if he dodged perfectly, then you got to a little shadow view was there. That's what I was thinking it was. Yeah, because it seemed like always when he did a perfect dodge, it was like right in the way of the blade. So it's like you kind of hit a mirage.
Yeah, he was dodging stuff like when the monkey had done like the forward slash, and he did like a front flip or something like that dodge. He was still in the trajectory of
but then it showed
the
silhouette though, right?
I don't know if it showed a silhouette on that one that I'm talking about, but it was like he dodged in a line.
I know.
Like you would have got hit.
I know. I'm watching this dragon one again too. There's a couple parts where the dragon like brings its fist down, and it felt like it was right on the top of the dude.
Right,
and he didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
I'm like, so there's still something wrong there with like the
shit. If that's the case.
I know.
I'm just dodging all around.
I know,
that
but it's like part of me just thinks it's not polished yet. Like the damaged hitboxes are not made well enough.
I mean,
yet.
they said that it wasn't like
this is 2023,
end
dude.
game stuff, but
this game's not coming out for over a year.
Yeah,
so.
I mean 2023. Yeah.
But man, that 4K 60 frames.
But I mean, we saw him transform from a statue that looked like that might have been the opening or whatever, which was kind of cool. We've seen him turn into a bee. We've seen him turn into a bat. We've seen him turn into a couple of other things. So
yeah, he could transform into like 100 things, right?
Yeah,
like 99 things or something like that.
Things,
yeah, like that's his main thing. And then he has his extending pull.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll be interesting to see like the different stuff you can turn into just to traverse the world, if that's the case. You know
These bosses are so sick. That panda or whatever that was swinging that sword around was so cool. Man, it's dope.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be a just great game.
I don't know how you can do so many bosses so well. There's just so many of them, and to make them all interesting and entertaining is like that's really dope, man. Love it.
Yeah, so for sure. So yeah, stay tuned for more Black Myth Wukong info. You know, as it comes out, we're definitely gonna talk about it.
Totally.
And bring it up. But this is something that's definitely it's been on my radar. You know, so to have another view of this or whatever, it's just like, damn, it's a whole, 2 years, damn near 2 years
I'm
away,
about as excited for this as I am for like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
This is up there, dude.
Yeah, for sure, man.
This is like one of those where I'm like, I can't wait,
Yeah, 2023 is, if this can open up 2023, that'll be dope.
Like a January launch? Yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
I mean, like we were talking before, 2022 seems like it's just going to be a banger of a year, so...
Yeah, I want to have a topic about that someday. This is turning out to be like a year for the ages.
Yeah.
2022, man, is like going to be legendary.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's it for all the topics we have this week. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Once again, if you haven't already, smash the like button and hit the subscribe button as well. So that you're in sync with us to get any of the new episodes that we put out, or any other topics that we break up and drop up out there. Yeah, and until next week, we'll catch you guys later. Deuces.
Peace.
See you.
I love you, me.